We got Yandy Smith out the house. She is here with us. First things first, how's it going? How's Mendices?
He is wonderful. He's great. I wish I would have brought this amazing picture he just sent me that he took with the babies.
Was it on Instagram?
It was on Instagram. My baby's giving him all kind of loving. But it was great. We see Mendices every weekend.
Yeah.
If I'm not booked. And if I am booked, my kids go with his mom.
Okay.
So they are super involved with Daddy, and he's super involved with their everyday. And he's involved with my everyday.
You have so much to deal with because he is currently locked up, serving. How much longer does he have?
Well, he should be home next year.
Tell me a little bit of the interpretations that people have about marriage, especially when it's so hard.
You know what? People think that once you walk down the aisle and you say my I do's, everything changes. They think that the bliss starts there, the honeymoon happens for the rest of your life, and that is the moment.
Yeah.
That is the aha moment. And the reality is, it is the aha moment of, I am with you for the rest of my life, and I have to figure out how to deal with your ASS for the rest of my life.
For the rest.
For the rest.
A lot of people say about you is that you like to have a always perfect facade. What is the truth and not truth behind that?
See, I think it's all about perception and what you put out there. Do we argue all the time? Do we deal with things, that regular couples go through? Absolutely. Things from, what are you wearing? Why didn't you pick up the phone? I called you. Insecurities. Every single thing, even the struggle between being an alpha female and an alpha male, and he wants me to be submissive, and I'm like, no, I want to make this, I want to do this with our children. No, I'm the husband, I'm the man, this is what So there are many struggles, but do I want the world criticizing and judging and having an opinion about everything I got going on? Yeah, I criticize and judge enough.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to give you something, I'm going to give you what I want to give you. And I think that that's where, and I give you truth. I give you when I'm missing him. I give you when I'm struggling with certain things. But there's certain things that I feel like, this is for me.
Yeah.
And this is for me and mine. And if people have a problem with that, oh well.
Like, how do you choose what to show and what not to show?
I just think about it. I wouldn't say that I'm strategic, but I would say I'm thoughtful. Okay. I'm thoughtful to my children. I'm thoughtful to my community. I'm thoughtful to the people that I know look to me to be a certain way. I'm thoughtful for that. So again, yes, we go through things. I have all kinds of insecurities. He has all kinds of insecurities. But I feel like I want to show love, and I want to show the good side of what we're dealing with and what we're going through. It's a horrible situation that we're in.
Yeah.
If I just say so, and anyone out there can tell that.
Yeah.
This is a man that's away from his children, away from his loved ones.
Especially after we just watched you walk down the aisle.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's so many other outside forces that go into making this a difficult situation to deal with. Why not show the positivity around it?
There was controversy around the marriage because there was this whole thing about, are you guys actually married? Are you not married? So can you speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, I can. So for me, it was important for me to protect what we've built. Mendices and I have built a very strong financial future for our children. Their college tuition is paid for. My son has a full ride wherever he wants to go because the day he was born, I've invested money in that. I felt like with his whole court case and all that was going on, because of the type of case it was, I could have been responsible for restitution. And I found this out pretty much the night before we were getting married. And for me, it was important to protect that. It was important to protect what I've built and what I've worked for, and even what he's built and what we've worked for together. And I felt like it was a no-brainer. And then when I started to do the research and I started to think about it, like, this piece of paper doesn't tell me how committed I am to my husband. This piece of paper doesn't tell me how much I love him or how much he loves me.
Yeah.
Once I made a commitment before God, once I made a commitment before the 300 people that were in the audience and in the world, they're going to hold me accountable. After the fact, we signed all type of paperwork and wills and power of attorneys and all that stuff. But in that very moment, when I had to make that decision the night before, it was about my children. It was about their future. And I hate the way that it came out on the show because I spoke about it very early on in the show, but kind of the way production works, they want to go with the juicy moments. So somehow it got leaked to the blogs before I actually explained that. So that tainted the sanctity and the beauty
Yeah.
of my marriage. And I was so extremely hurt. I can't tell you how many nights I cried behind that because I never got the opportunity to explain why. I definitely went through the scrutiny some years ago, and that was one of the worst points in my life because not only was I dealing with the fact that my husband was getting ready to leave, but the judgment that was coming down on me and my family and my children. And it was something that I didn't ask for. I didn't work towards that. I didn't prepare for that. And I had to deal with it, you know? And I think what helped me most is get out of that kind of depressing state. Because I do feel like I went through a depression dealing with, at that time, was one, having someone say, Yandy, get out that bed, cut on those lights, get out, go wash. And it was horrible because it was at the time when I had a new baby, I had to breastfeed my baby. When women go through these things, like I said before we started rolling, we are the mamas, we are the nurses, we are the caretakers, the maids, the cooks. I couldn't do any of that stuff, and I had a newborn. And at the time, I was also helping my husband with his other children, so it was hard. It was hard trying to do all, not even that it was hard, I couldn't do it. So those are some of the things that, you know, people would love to probably see. You would love to see me not be able to get out of bed. You would love to see me with snot in my eyes and face swollen from crying. But I don't feel like I want to give that to the world. So if that makes me fake, so be it. There's certain things and certain moments that's between me and God, me and my close circle, me and my mom. I tell you, my mom, I had a condo downstairs. My mom had a condo 4 floors above me. And I remember her coming down saying, turn these lights on.
Come on, mama.
Get out this bed. Let's get on our knees. We're going to get on our knees and we're going to pray you out of this funk. And that's just kind of how, and that's not for TV. That's not for Instagram. That's not, and at that time, I just completely like shut off from Instagram. And it might have been for 2 weeks, but I was just like, I can't do it. And my advice would be just shut off. Just get a close friend, call mama, call daddy, whoever it is that can help build you up, that can get you on those knees when all you can do is pray.
All you can do is pray. So we're going to let Yandy go, you guys, and thank you, of course, always for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's great seeing you.